Welcome back to SCS. I'm Craig Ripley. He's Cameron Brown. One of my favorite weekends of the year, the Masters. Yeah. Dogwood and azalea are in bloom in Augusta. You know, golf courses also opening up this weekend. A lot of them, some already open here locally. So golfers are excited. Inspired us to hit the range.
Did we ever hit the range? And we hit the range with our 3 interns, Mark, Braun, and Jake.
It kind of snowballed into something big.
It did. It was an incredible event, one for the ages. Please take a look and enjoy yourselves, folks.
The first ever SCS Long Drive Championship.
And here we are at Cedar Links Golf Course in Barrie. I'm with intern Braun Geller. First on the tee, how do you feel heading into this competition?
Well, the swing's working well, the hips are moving well, and I'm looking to pull all the tricks out of the bag. I'm looking to hit it 300 yards. Look out.
Prediction. Braun ate his mucilix this morning. All right. Other intern Jake Buckley, what do you think about his last shot here?
You know, his form is very good. He seems to be shanking it to the right, though. We'll see if he can improve here. Heading right for that tree there. Shanked it to the right again. Line drive.
Not a bad showing in the least.
Next on the tee from Belleville, Ontario, winner of the 2011 Loyalist College Long Drive competition, Jake Buckley. Jake, excited?
I'm very excited. Very excited to be here. Only 3 people were in that competition, and 2 of them were senior citizens, but it doesn't really matter.
Buckley really seems to be stressed out about this. He's not relaxed, Cam.
He's not relaxed at all. He's really tightened up. That was bad.
Here with Mark, our 3rd string intern. We like to say our fifth string Cam Brown. You just saw me absolutely destroy this course. 3 hedgehogs are now dead. What are you feeling coming in here? You haven't been on the course in 2 years.
Well, I feel a little bit more confident after seeing you shoot, I'll be honest.
If you beat me, you're going to get like the tombstone pile driver. Not even joking at all.
Final shot.
Shake it, shake it, shake it.
Ooh, it's going to be close. Can it run it out? No. Jake's went further.
Here I am with Cam. All the interns have gone. How are your thoughts?
I have an incredible craving for chicken wings, Mark.
Here's his second shot. His hips are working well for him. Oh, he's crushed it.
Line drive.
It's straight. Dead center.
Does the PGA Tour have drug testing?
All right, sir, you've had the incredible misfortune of being nearby the first ever SCS Long Drive competition.
Yep.
Your thoughts on the competition thus far?
It was pretty good. A couple of mats over would have been better, but just try harder, and you guys are doing great. There's a little bit of work that needs to be done, right? But, you know, once again, it's the effort that counts.
Thanks, sir. Thank you. Can we get your name?
No.
Braun Geller here with Craig Ripley. Craig, they're implementing drug testing after Cam really got a hold of his second shot. Are you scared?
Am I scared? Is that a real question?
That is.
That's the smell of victory, boys. Watch and learn.
So that's what a hero looks like.
His reputation truly precedes him. Let's see how he does here. Is that all she wrote?
It's over! Woo! Well, it feels great to win. Now I get my prize. The winner gets to present the loser, Mark, with his trophy.
Hold the thought. There we
Mark,
go.
congratulations. You'll be wearing that around the office the rest of the week.
Congratulations, Mark. Congratulations.
That is pretty.
I feel proud.
Yeah, we had way too much fun there. Thanks to John, the guy a couple mats over.
John.
Yeah.
Anonymous.
We asked if Jake, in Jake's defense, he struggled. He's a lefty. They didn't have a good lefty club for him. We asked John if he could borrow his club. After seeing Jake's first swing, he said absolutely not.
Politely declined. Actually, he was quite blunt about it. Jake had I think it was an actual 3 wood that he was hitting with.
Mark was not impressive.
Either all, it was a great day though.
Mark really choked under pressure.
Wore the crown well.
Yeah, he did wear the crown well. You know, it wasn't our best. Jim Sonic, I hope he doesn't see this. You went back to the knees out. I wasn't impressed with my swing there.
Sorry, Jim.
Sorry, Jim.
We'll pick it up.
Time for our plays of the week. Let's check them out.
Of course, last year, Alexander Burmistrov, he went 8th in the NHL draft, and here you go, you double that up, you got Mark Scheifele. So they're getting some pretty exciting players on the roster, and you would think with the new defenseman coming in too, it's going to be fun team to watch.
Aaron Ekblad, you just hope, you know, obviously they want to develop guys instead of the NHL.
Exactly.
They hope Scheifele doesn't go straight to the NHL. That would hurt the Colts for next year, but all signs would point to him playing at least another year with the Colts.
That's right. Well, we're going to have to watch that, and we will have all your Mark Scheifele news as the NHL draft approaches in June. And moving forward, we have sledge hockey taking place, a big sledge hockey fundraiser in Orillia over the weekend. Some world-class athletes at the event, and that not including our interns.
Inspiring, definitely not including our interns, but what these guys can do on the ice, unbelievable. Take a look.
The Simcoe Bears sledge hockey team hosting the fundraiser, taking on their chiropractors at the new Orillia Sports Complex in Orillia. The chiropractors helping them get back to health and get back on the ice, and the fundraiser in support of their team. And there's one of our interns, Mark Pare. He was trying this out. What an unbelievable move he makes right here.
Heck of a lot better than his golf swing you saw last week.
How'd it feel, Mark?
Wow. 2-3 minutes on the ice, and I'm already exhausted. I don't know how these guys do it.
The event is called Back to Function event. Back to Function is a group of chiropractors that have helped out a number of players off our team get back into working life and society, I guess. And they're here to just help us raise some money for our team.
I came from a no hockey background at all, so it was brand new for me when I started 2 years ago, and the rules are the exact same as stand-up hockey, just the difference is you have to have a lot of balance, coordination, and upper body strength that a lot of people don't realize is required in the sport.
Kind of tough. It's a real ab workout. It's hard on the triceps. You're really trying to pull through, so I've only been out here for a couple minutes and I'm a little winded already.
Proceeds from the event go towards the team's future development and helping raise awareness for sledge hockey in the Simcoe County area. For SCS, I'm Braun Geller.
It's a real inspiring story right there. The Simcoe Bears, they're some world-class athletes, some Olympians in the area as well that play sledge hockey. And Mark Pare, he had a tough time. He really wanted to try. They opened it up to the public. He got in there and
I haven't had a chance to do this, but from all accounts, I've talked to some people who've had the opportunity. I mean, you have to give a ton of respect to these athletes.
Oh my goodness.
You think you're just going to go out there and do that?
No.
I mean, definitely inspiring stuff. And, you know, I think something we need to look into maybe doing this coming winter.
Maybe like a 100-meter dash on the ice. Is that even possible?
We'd get destroyed.
We'll try it.
Yeah, absolutely. Good stuff. Plenty more to come on SCS, including a couple of, or multiple local winners at this past Rowan Sound sitting. Those two teams are going to beat each other up. A war of a series between Saginaw and Windsor. It'll be interesting to see how that one unfolds.
That's right. They get to lick their wounds, so to speak. And we do want to mention it is National Volunteer Week, and we're very thankful to all the volunteers that help us here. We can't.
Without them. I mean,
absolutely not.
Our cameraman right now.
Looking good, Zachary. Looking good, bud.
He doesn't want to come out front, but every year we have it's turned into a tradition. National Volunteer Week. We have a ball hockey tournament out back.
I'm not very good, but I try.
Let's check it out.
As mentioned, it is National Volunteer Week, and yes, we all had fun earlier in the week playing a ball hockey tournament in our back lot here at Rogers. The night was capped off with awards and a great dinner afterwards. There's a look at Joe. He does a fantastic job here. Craig and Brad, you guys were getting intense.
Mixing it up, a lot of bragging rights on the line in this one.
It's great for us volunteers to be out here with the full-time guys that we've been working with. It's kind of see a different side of you guys, especially you and Ripley. I mean, slave drivers to begin with. And you know, we get to see a different side of you guys. Now you're trying to throw us into the boards.
It's pretty intense. The volunteers give a lot in this game. And you know what? We're all here for fun.
It's a great mix, especially with the volunteers here playing against our bosses. It's nice to beat them. It's been a great time, great weather, and great bunch of cheers.
The theme to Volunteer Week is all about fun. And as you can see behind me, that fun is still continuing. Now I'm going to get back into the game. So until then, back to you guys in the studio. I'm Mark Pare for SCS.
Mark scored 14 goals in that game that you just saw right there.
Yeah, but
Amazing.
our goalie didn't have equipment. Ashley, our goaltender, played great, though. I mean, we went 2-0.
She did.
Pretty intense competition. A good time. Look forward to it every year. The volunteers, I mean, we can't do what we do. And once again, we'd like to thank all of them who help out on SCS and all the shows here at Rogers TV. We've got a lot more to come on this show, including Jake and Braun back at it. This time on the tennis court.
Right, the GB qualifiers happening at Banting in Alliston. This is a look at Banting High School in Alliston, the senior regionals for badminton being held, also known as the GB qualifying tournament, the Georgian Bay Championship taking place next week at Georgian College.
Well, it feels amazing. I have never won a first place medal in singles, so it is quite an experience.
Grade 9, I won GBs. Grade 10, I came 3rd, and I didn't get to go to OFSA, and last year I came 2nd, and I went to OFSA. It was a lot of fun. We had a great day today.
I had to beat 4 people in a row to get as far as I am, and as long as I played my hardest, I made it through. Now I'm going to GBs, and I will see the other 2 again, so it will be a good match. I'm excited.
We'll have your GB results next week right here on SCS.
I smell Rogers Sports Star.
Mike DePrill, you hearing that?
Tournament next week, we'll definitely have the coverage of that, likely on next Friday's edition of SCS. We still have plenty more ahead, including something you mentioned earlier, a gentleman from the local area running. Welcome back to SCS. I'm Craig Ripley. He's Cameron Brown. We met a young man a while ago, before our show actually begun. He's an inspiring youngster, a goaltender. Unfortunately, suffers from Crohn's and colitis disease, but he's had a great idea to try and raise some money for other youngsters in his situation, and has a fundraiser upcoming.
That's right. That's right. April 30th weekend taking place, a hockey tournament that he brainstormed and helped organize along with his mother. Very inspirational kid, as you mentioned, motivational, and for 13 years old and in grade 8, really has some drive behind him.
Well, it has to deal with most people, don't have to deal with what he's had to deal with, and you have to give him a lot of credit. Let's take a look.
Jonathan Marcello, a goaltender, also a former Rogers Sports star. There's him in his gear, playing what he loves, that being hockey. And April 30th, as we mentioned, the tournament, all funds going towards Crohn's and Colitis of Canada.
Basically, when I came back from the hospital, I want to help make a difference so that nobody would go through anything that I went through.
It's been almost a year ago that Jonathan was diagnosed with Crohn's and colitis, and when he came to us that he wanted to do a hockey tournament to raise awareness and to help raise money to benefit Crohn's and Colitis Foundation of Canada to help find a cure, because it's a chronic disease that he is going to deal with life, as well as all these other people that are suffering. It's been amazing, and the community has been so supportive. We're really blessed with so far what we're seeing for our first annual, and we hope that our second annual will be good as well and successful.
It's all for charity. We don't want it competitive. We want it, everyone just to have fun. It's non-contact league, so we don't want anyone to get hurt. The money that will be raised will benefit Crohn's and Colitis Foundation of Canada.
That tournament taking place at the Lions Pavilion at Centennial Park in Barrie, a little street hockey action. I mean, for a youngster of his age, mature beyond his years, has dealt with a tough situation. But to think of others in this, in his tough times, and trying to help others, that's great stuff.
Incredibly admirable by Jonathan. And once again, April the 30th, that whole weekend, the tournament taking place down at the Pavilion at Centennial Beach. 11:30 registration, so head on down there. Lots of fun. There's a barbecue, giveaways.
Pretty good goalie, too.
He's a great goalie, that's right. Mike DePrill, he chooses the best, that's for sure, and he chose Jonathan back last fall. And moving from this story to another inspirational story.
Absolutely. Todd Byers is a captain with the Welcome back to SCS. I'm Craig Ripley. He's Cameron Brown. From the desert to the pool. I mean, that's what I want to do after a run like that. Hop in the pool. Maybe not race, though, like the Barrie Trojans.
Yeah, the Barrie Trojans, they've had a couple of very successful weekends and exciting weekends. They met Michael Phelps, Olympic gold medalist, and here's their story. Our very own intern, Pare, has the scoop.
The Barrie Trojan Swim Club members are back in the water, fresh off a successful venture to Ann Arbor, Michigan. We caught up with them as they talked about the trip.
one of the big goals going to Ann Arbor and the competitions we've been to in the last little while is just getting comfortable racing at high level, right? Racing against the best in the world and the best in the country and stuff like that.
It felt good. Got a lot of experience, a lot of exposure there, and it was a lot of fast swimming, so it opens your eyes to the whole world of everything like that.
I did pretty well. Like, placing wasn't our biggest priority there. It was more just like matching our races. So I did get a couple of best times and everything, and I was usually mid to top of the group.
A lot of the swimmers you see behind me are world-class athletes and even had the opportunity to speak with Olympic champion Michael Phelps. Here's what they had to say about the experience.
I got to meet Michael Phelps and Ryan Lochte, and he's my favorite swimmer, and a lot of other swimmers from like Brazil. They just said to have fun with the sport. As long as you have fun, you got to keep going and keep motivating yourself every day, and then you'll do good.
They're showing by example that you just need to stay focused, make sure like you know what you're doing before your race, and then afterwards you can think about everything else.
The Trojans will continue their rigorous training as some look towards the Olympic trials that are only a year away. For SCS, I'm Mark Pare.
That club really doing a great job. We've seen some elite swimmers come out of the Barrie Trojan Swim Club, and it seems like more and more, year after year, really doing big things. And it must be inspiring to meet Phelps. I mean, the greatest swimmer probably ever. I'm sure they all look up to him.
Well, we were just talking about that as the item was rolling there, you and I saying, that's like meeting going to a track meet and meeting Usain Bolt. I mean, this guy is at the pinnacle of his sport. Very exciting for the team to meet them, and definitely inspiring as well. And we have another story from another one of our interns, Braun Geller.
Braun decided outside practicing, getting ready as the season approaches very quickly. Take it away, Braun.
The Barrie boys under 10 rep soccer team practiced outdoors for the first time Wednesday in snowy conditions under head coach James McCullough.
This is actually my first season coaching. I've been assistant coach in the past, first time at the helm.
This under 10 group in particular is a very, very strong group of talented players.
You sort of see as a coach who works best together, and you go from there and you build on that. You do a lot of team building exercises off the field.
If we can see the players raise their levels, and as far as the things that I've talked about, awareness, their skill, their competitive nature, their understanding of the game, that type of thing, then we know that we have made a change, or we've made a difference in the group.
Coach McCullough feels they can do some damage with their speed and talent down the stretch of the season and can be a force to be reckoned with.
One thing that we preach on this team is heart and team first. There's not any individuals on this team. So it's you go on the field as a team, you come off the field as a team. We got probably one of the best midfielders I've seen. We've seen a number of teams already that we're going to play in the YRSL, the York Simcoe region.
With the soccer season just a few weeks away, the Barrie Boys Under 10 Youth Club has been training indoors since the middle of January. This marks the first official outdoor practice with many more to come. One goal in mind, to win it all. For SCS, I'm Braun Geller.
Thank you very much to Braun for braving the elements there. It looked like his hand was more red than the microphone was.
Chilly.
It was cold out there, but another team to watch with the Barrie Soccer Club are the Barrie Spirit women's team. They went to the Nationals last year, and they're going to be back on the field soon as well, hoping for another successful campaign.
First time ever, the Ontario champs were from Barrie, that team, so they'll be looking to repeat. Definitely, well, I'm sure we'll be covering the soccer club plenty as the summer goes on here on SCS, and we saw some great goals in that blowout by the Owen Sound attack of the